Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co-hosts, Brian.
All right, buddy.
And our boy, Brett.
Talk to the hand.
You better talk to the hand, guys. 90 Day Fiancé, the other way. This is season 4, episode 14. These are always long titles. Bear with me, folks. Never say I regret. Always say I've learned. Love died on this show tonight, everyone. We've been predicting it. I always take from my boy Paul Heyman. It's not a prediction, it is a spoiler. These people are not going to last, everyone. Like maybe, maybe one of them will make it. And that's just basically because of kids, family. If you can get through a transition and changing your gender and all of that and moving to another country, I think you can handle being married. So that's where I'm kind of leaning on there. We have 2 dead vines of love on the tree, boys. Where do you want to start with, Debbie, or do you want to start with Jen and Rishi?
I think because Brett said talk to the hand, we probably should start with Debbie.
Debbie's a queen. Debbie knew what she wanted. Debbie likes making her costume jewelry. Brett is going to go on location and interview Debbie soon. She's close to where Brett lives. So we're going to figure that out. I'm going to reach out to, I might have to reach out to the son. Debbie actually, it seemed like she was good on Facebook Messenger. So as long as I promise her off the top that we are not catfish and send her some links so people can see we're not crazy, I genuinely want to get Debbie on, just have like a Debbie appreciation.
Can we get Brett to go to her apartment and interview her?
That's what I want. I mean, I would probably let Brett put the first ever reality guys expense report in.
That's true.
That would be really funny. But
Venmo him.
I could do that. I need like a reporter microphone, right?
Yeah, and I'd say a short sleeve button down and a tie.
I don't think what Osama understands is that when you speak online, everything's in writing. So Debbie definitely has what we the kids call receipts. There's no way that he made the plan with her to get the visa and move to America, because every single interview that Debbie did, remember, Debbie was the last one we saw actually interact with her significant other. So we had probably 5 to 7 episodes almost of Debbie just with the remote buildup. And she never mentioned that he would come back to America. She never told her kids she was going to come back outside of visiting. There was nothing that indicated she had any intention of ever coming home.
Nah, he's full shit. He's literally just backpedaling, trying to save his ass. He's full shit.
What do you think, Brett?
I think they did. I mean, well, so that's what Debbie was saying. I think Debbie was fully convinced that she was moving to Morocco to be a princess. But I do think Osama, I mean, the way he phrased it, it does make sense that they might have talked about her going there for a year and then him. Well, she even brought it up, visiting her kids. So the plan was for Osama to go to America, whether it was long-term, short-term, whatever. That was a plan that she sort of erased from her mind.
I don't think she's not indicating that. I guess he figured he was going to piggyback the vacations on top of maybe getting his visa interviews and stuff. But Debbie makes a great point. And look, these are all fugazi marriages. I'm sorry, everyone, even if you're a cast member watching, I'm sorry. I would love to talk to you about it, but this wasn't going to work. This never was going to happen. The whole idea of him saying her even going, hey, the marriage isn't first. And I don't want to tease her, but the fact is he should give a little bit of that. I don't think he's ever said the word marriage, wedding, engagement once since we've met him.
And not that I can recall. Poetry for sure.
Poetry, papers. What else? Art, painting.
I think the way he communicates is through art.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. So they were not on the same page.
Osama should hook up with Jen, with who's our what's it called? The one who just left the pool party.
Kris.
Yeah, Kris. He should have Kris. Kris should sponsor.
She would own his ass. She would own his ass.
She could teach him how to power wash people's houses and driveways. I want to go to Jen and Rishi first. We're talking about dead love, even though Kris obviously applies to dead love, but we've been saying that for a while. Jen gave the ring back. But apparently in the preview says they're still together. They're a mess. They're never going to break up.
Yeah, he's definitely sad, but I mean, again, it's just like if he really cared about this, he could have done this, handled this. Like she said, 3 years. It's been 3 years. I mean, it's hard to feel bad for him when he had so many opportunities. The stars didn't align, or what was it? The astrology?
Yeah, the astronomical signs that align. I think Venus was supposed to be in retrograde, but Mars being on like a half moon really screwed things up.
If you, in the preview for next episode, it shows the astrologist guy now says that they should break up completely. So that was different than what he originally said.
If you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica, so say we all. That's just what it is, what it is. I guess that's what we got to do.
You know, he could just wait another 10, 20 years for his mom and uncle to croak.
I was thinking, just if they die soon,
not
he could
gonna
just
die.
go over there.
If he stops taking care of them, they'll die next week.
Yeah, listen, you guys think it's funny, but the mom and the uncle, you think they're old. They're probably like 57. They're going to look like that for the next 60 years. They're going to outlive her probably. Poor Jen. They're more focused on Jen's. I mean, they're the crypt keepers, and they're talking about how old Jen is. It's actually kind of a shame, but you know, we've already go back to our last few episodes where we've talked about how we've said that they're basically just trying to play their survival game because if he leaves, they die. So
that makes sense. I don't disagree though on the age thing because it is a pretty big age gap.
It's
huge.
Years, right? Yeah, that's huge.
Debbie's almost triple the age of Osama.
Debbie will not have spent a pay period there before she's home.
Right.
Thank God. Thank God. She literally couldn't even get a full pay period from her work. Like she didn't have to even take 2 weeks off.
The apartment's definitely not filled. They didn't find a new leaseholder for that thing.
I think you mentioned it briefly, but yeah, she's at least the only. I mean, as crazy as she seems, she's the only sane one enough to just cut things off when it looks bad.
It took one conversation,
No,
one bad conversation for Debbie to go, Osama, I cannot. He's standing there, right? He walks up. He goes, "How you doing?" She's like, I'm sad, Osama. You let me down. You're talking about papers, visas, never mention wedding or matrimony. That's a bedrock. It's like, oh my God, get out. Do you not? I shows her in the airport, though. Thank God. Like, thank God.
I respect her for her quick decision making and realizing
freaking out.
She had the most crazy relationship of every person here, probably because of the age difference.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the first one to bail when it looked sketchy. So.
Not because he was a lazy-eyed, gap-toothed goat farmer. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Nuts.
He looked like that guy from Ice Age, the sloth.
He is the sloth. I said, yeah, that picture.
Did you? I'm really looking forward to the sun confrontation on him.
Over Zoom, it's classic. The same thing again.
He like stands up.
Power stance at him.
Oh, what a big dog! He's gonna get up and Zoom and puff his chest.
You don't mess with his son.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it though. I think it's gonna be good.
All right. Let's go to my other favorite dead love couple from the start, Kris and Jamie. She came back, so you guys were right. She did come. I said she was never even gonna go back.
Happy year later.
What?
Happy year later. She was
5 months.
3 weeks. She's supposed to be gone for 3 weeks.
5 months.
3 weeks.
5 months later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her son was doing some sketchy stuff, which I want to hear more news.
How old's her son?
He's like 18.
Yeah, they look like they're like in their teens.
I think like he turned 18 and she's like, all right, now's the time to move.
You're an adult now.
You're adult now. You can.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a train wreck. Listen, I'm going to say something.
We were high on that one a little bit, and it's soured so badly.
I'm going to say something. I've made fun of Kris a lot. I've cast plenty of aspersions, most of which are backed up with facts that I am never going to bring up on a YouTube video because, like, I ain't that guy. But Kris has got it. Like, I mean, Jamie's got to get a job. Jamie's got to get a job. Be it Uber Eats, they got Grubhub in Colombia, like whatever, like wherever the hell were they?
Yeah, they're in Colombia. But she was saying that she thinks that she's being discriminated against because of like her nationality. That was the issue, that she can't find a job.
Grubhub, Uber Eats, those aren't discriminatory jobs. I also know I used to live with a few Colombians in Airbnb situations, and they had like an online job in America,
You could do that.
and
Yeah.
anybody can get that she could have got if she was
I know Logan's not watching this, but like our boy Logan, the Tarstorian, the greatest traveler in the world's history, like he does a remote internet teaching job. Like, it's like a language thing. But again, that being said, like outside of America, there are plenty of just like internet jobs you just get and people like can completely sustain themselves. We're the only ones that are like in the rat race. So
Yeah.
She could whore herself out.
But Kris is still crazy.
Kris is objectively a horrible partner, and objectively doesn't look to be too great of a person. And again, if Kris wants to talk to us, we'd love that. Kris, come on, tell me I'm a piece of crap.
I might fall asleep during the interview.
I want to hear her freak out and throw a tantrum and run away from the interview. That'd be hilarious.
Nah, she wouldn't. She ain't afraid of us.
She was right though. With
I wouldn't be afraid
about her kids come first over Jamie.
No, she's not wrong about that. But like, you can't tell me that 5 months. Like again, Brett, we talked about this on a couple of videos when it's just you and I. What is the timeline?
Mm-hmm.
What is the timeline? It's not 90-day fiance. That's 5 months. What is that?
Yeah, it's
5 months is very different than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with her not being back in Colombia, but I think the fact that she like didn't have time to talk to her.
Right. It just doesn't make. There's too many holes. It's BS. Dead.
DED dead.
Dead.
Where do I want to jump to next? I want to jump quickly to my boy Yohan the Butcher. Yohan and Danielle. So the first text I sent to you guys tonight when I did my catch up, I was like, he's balling with Danielle's boy, and I'm like, wow, progress. This is going to be a progress episode.
He's playing like longest yard basketball or pickup game rules.
Horrible rules. But the fact of the matter is, when I first saw this, because Brian, you told me what my like key like moments were to catch up on, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is gonna work out. Like, this is better than I thought. Because I've been under the impression that like they're gonna be a horrible couple, but they'll like stay together. But like when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, like this is actually getting better. Welp. Brian sent me the text and said, make sure that I watch the after the beach scene, right?
Yeah.
So I always like to share with you guys as much as I can my live notes. So let me find my live. Okay. Yohan beach convo in progress. Oh, yes. This is why I got upset. I put as my spark there. He's a birthday diva. So she's like, you went and played ball with my guy. Like you said, you like him. Like, what's the problem? And he's like, you telling me about him the day before my birthday. You disrespect me.
Yeah, I'm actually like not on her side here.
I don't like. Listen, guys. Everyone knows I'm not a fan of her either. But like another thing. Now he just brings up another thing. You do the day. Who?
I think he's trying to get out. I think he's just trying to get out.
He could just dump her, dude. Why wouldn't he just dump her? I don't get what you mean though. Like
I agree. But I think he's just trying to find something that like to argue with her to get out of there because she sucks.
They hate each other. I think they're together still. I think they're still together.
She sucks so much.
She
man.
sucks.
I'm gonna do whatever I want. It's like you're married.
He's worse than she. They're both hard.
They're both bad. They're both bad.
They're probably the couple that's most equally hard.
You can't like Bill. We're married. If I told my wife, "Hey, I'm gonna hang out with my ex-girlfriend the day before your birthday," she would fucking kill me.
Yeah, no shit. She'd fucking kill you. Like I guess I just don't treat
birthday diva
like with like as like people sometimes. I just watch them as like these.
She just sucks. Crazy. I mean, and I like.
Well, I'd say she sucks. I looked into her. She's got.
Like, I like the ex-boyfriend. Actually, turned out to be cool. I actually really like him.
He's trying to help.
He was being a nice guy.
Of the three of them, I like him the most.
Yeah, definitely.
They actually should be together.
No, I don't want that for him.
I don't want it for him.
But I like that he's going to be at the reunion. Like we're going to get to see him one more time.
I saw that.
He's going to be the bridge.
It's classic.
He might be my favorite as crazy as the show. I guess he's not involved in any of the drama, so that makes it easy. But I think so. I hated Yohan this entire season, except for last episode. I thought he was a little bit funny, and then this episode, I'm like, man, Yohan he's really growing. And that's not to insert penis joke here, but I thought he was maturing and doing doing a lot with the basketball date with his new bro, and then basketball Jones. And then you have the beach scene, and then it all starts falling apart and. Who knows where they're at?
Yeah, and she just threw it away so quickly too. She was looking for a way out also.
Seems like well, this is the thing though. I don't even really respect her crap anymore. She's said I'm done multiple times.
No, yeah, no.
Done.
She
So
sucks.
I respect this is the first time objectively, like, I guess you could say with Jen and Rishi, she's like, no, I'm done. Here's the ring. Like, F off. Like,
Right.
but now it looks like it's gonna get rescinded apparently in the preview.
I think Yohan, I think it's done because even if they do kind of vaguely stick together, Yohan is gonna like find some other hotter chick that's gonna come to the DR and bang her, and then it's gonna be done for there.
Yeah, I mean, White Lotus 3.
The next rich white lady that comes down there is gonna find him.
Okay, so we're gonna go out for the missing lookout. Now this is week 2.5 now of us not seeing who I consider to be the main characters of the season, Nicole and Mahmoud. My whole theory was that Nicole was already back in the USA. Apparently not, according to the preview. She's still there and is about to dip. But what do you guys think is their destiny?
They're still together. They're still together. The fake, I'm looking for a visa. Idiots.
Based off the
Ridiculous.
preview for the reunion show, I definitely think they're together because they were calling each other babe whenever Gabe was getting into an argument with them.
My love. My like.
Live news alert, everyone. My cat knocked over a picture. He is okay. I heard a bang too, but I didn't hear him squeal, so I assumed he broke something that I cared about. So, I think cat.
Gabe, what do we think? Do we think Gabe is going to make it?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
last one. I mean, I think this is
I think
we've said this before. I think they're trying to find fake things to
it's fake drama.
Keep us like in on this relationship. Like it's the only one that's going to work.
I think, again, remember, he got ingratiated with children. He's been ingratiated with the children for years now. So I think as far as even if there was genuine like doubt from like the mom and sister and stuff, they're not going to try to like rip a family apart where like the daughters have accepted him as the father figure. And for all purposes, like he can still run the business he's trying to do there in the American version remotely, right? He doesn't need to technically. And once that gets going, it'd probably be easier for him to like come and go from America.
But bigger the gauge, lower the wage. Keep that in mind.
I hate the gauge. Oh my God.
His gauges are bigger. I finally noticed them.
I don't like the gauges at all.
He hasn't worn them until
this episode. Yeah.
So that's I think I said in the finale he was wearing them. So
like, you did.
Yeah. So he did. That's like, that we finally saw him today.
Maybe like gauges for him are like a dress thing. Like if I'm gonna dress, I'm not gonna put these gauges in my ears, and other than that, I'm gonna have giant holes. So,
but
I think they made
what it is. So I think that's really where we stand from the idea of the previews. I believe they didn't say in the preview verbatim next week would be the finale, folks. We're expecting either next week or I guess at latest the week after to be the finale. I didn't see a date. So if you noticed a date during the previews, let us know in the comments below. But if not, we have 2 to 3 weeks or so of this. I want them to get to this reunion though, because I would think the reunion would be more than one part, but I know for a fact when they originally showed the reunion, they advertised the reunion for being in May. So we are recording this May 7th after the show. It means we got the 14th, 21st, and 28th is Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if they would drop something then. Usually everything finishes up the week before Memorial Day. So 1 or 2 more episodes left.
I hope it's just one, man.
I wouldn't mind a finale and a reunion episode.
Yeah, the show needs to end.
14th
Love
and 21st.
it, but it needs to end. It needs to come to a conclusion.
I thought tonight was the finale, so I was like,
but they didn't say it, so it can't.
Gotta be home.
It would say even in the description that I had for the episode, it would say the season finale says, so it definitely is.
We live in a simulation.
14 episodes, probably 16 means we're gonna get a finale next. I hate this show. I hate this show, but I love it. They're so unclear. Make sure you're checking out everything else we have going on. We have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We are reviewing shows, or everything from Bravo shows like Below Deck. We will be covering the Vanderpump Rules finale and reunion. This is the hottest show on TV. We are closing in on the finales of Survivor 44, the Challenge World Championships, Farmer Wants a Wife, and Married at First Sight Nashville. So a lot of things closing up. We did just finish Jersey Shore Family Vacation for the mid-season finale. Make sure you're subscribed for that, though, because Ronnie and Sammy Sweetheart are coming back for the second half of this season. I think there is going to be a big spike in Jersey Shore interest. Also, look out in June for The Bachelorette, Claim to Fame. Also this summer for Big Brother. We have a lot of things coming out. It is going to be a lot of fun this summer. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't miss anything. But for myself, Brian, and Brett, thank you. Peace.